Blunt. Having no point or sharp edge, imperceptive. Dull. Worn. Abrupt. The victim was apparently struck by a club or some other blunt object. Ban. To forbid something, prohibit. Bar. Outlaw. Some people feel that violent sports like boxing should be banned because they are too dangerous. Adhere to. To stick or remain fixed to something. Adage. Cleave. Stick. The child always adheres to the teacher's rules. Able. Having the necessary knowledge, power, time, and opportunity to do something. Capable. Competent. Talented. The head of an academic department at a university should be not only a distinguished scholar, but also an able administrator. Verbal, relating to or consisting of words. Oral. Spoken. Vocal. Dreams are commonly made up of both visual and verbal images. Enact. Established by law. Pass. Decree. Legislate. Market regulations are often enacted by corrupt governments for the purpose of benefiting well-connected companies or politicians. Adept. Skillful at doing something. Proficient. Versed. Dexterous. He must be adept at dealing with politicians, public interest groups, and government agencies. Craft. A skill or occupation, especially one requiring the use of the hands to make something skillfully. Expertise. Adeptness. Make, fabricate. Much of the political activity on television news has been crafted by politicians and their public relations advisors. Bill. A written plan or draft for a proposed law, act, measure. Even if a bill passes in Congress, it still does not become a law until the president signs it. Assembly. A group of people gathered together, especially for a meeting, gathering, congregation, Congress. All the representatives came to the Capitol for legislative sessions of the Assembly and Council. Retrieval. The act or process of retrieving, recovery, restoration. Memory formation involves three main processes: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Adversity. Circumstances that cause trouble or sorrow, hardship, misfortune, suffering. The natives were very tough people who were able to handle adversity. Assert. To state firmly, to insist on or to defend one's rights, opinions, or something else. Affirm. State. Insist. Slave owners asserted that their crops were a great benefit to the economy, and that the slaves were needed to work the land. Acute. Able to notice small differences, showing an ability to understand things clearly and deeply. Keen. Sharp. Penetrating. The acute public awareness of social changes was tied to the tremendous growth in popular journalism in the late 19th century. Misery. Great unhappiness or suffering, affliction, distress, hardship. Jacob Riis, a newspaper reporter and photographer, revealed the misery of the slums of New York City. Notify. To tell someone, especially formally announce. Inform. Alert. Who should be notified in case you are involved in an accident. Infamous. Well known for being bad or morally wicked, notorious. Disreputable. Ilfame. Jesse James was an infamous outlaw who was well known as a bank robber and gunfighter. Calamity. A catastrophe, or serious misfortune that causes great loss or damage. Disaster, catastrophe, misfortune. The Red Cross provides relief in case of calamities like floods, earthquakes, and hurricanes. Urbanization. Urban. The process by which cities grow or by which societies become more urban. Citification. Technological developments further stimulated the process of urbanization. Auction. A public sale in which each item is sold to the person who offers the most money. Public sale. Open sale auctions were another popular form of occasional trade. Propel to drive or push something forward. Drive, thrust, impel. By the 1600s, colonial shipbuilders were strong competitors in the shipbuilding industry and helped to propel heavy transatlantic commerce. Culminate, to reach the highest point or climax. Climax. Consummate. The crisis culminated in the Panic of 1873, when the leading investment banking firm declared bankruptcy. Speculator. Someone who speculates, especially financially. Investor. Gambler. Excessive investment by speculators may lead to uncontrolled economic growth. Breed, to reproduce sexually, to raise something, often an animal. Generate, bring forth, rear. Nothing breeds success like success, so he kept signing deals after he got his first one. Brag. To talk boastfully or proudly about oneself and about what one has done. Boast. Swagger. Talk big. The owners often bragged about the quality of the facilities at their resort. Beverage. A prepared drink, especially a hot drink like coffee or tea, or an alcoholic drink like beer. Drink. Liquid. Refreshment. The availability of synthetic fragrances has made possible a large variety of products, from beverages to used cars with applied new car odor. Barrier. Something that is used to keep people or things apart. Bar. Fence. Wall. During pioneer times, the Allegheny Mountains were major barriers to transportation. Levy. To demand and collect, officially impose. Charge. Tax. A new tax was levied on consumers of luxury goods. Efficiency. The quality of doing something well with no waste of time or money. Effectiveness. Productivity. Even some supporters of alternative energy realized that the easiest way to cut carbon emissions is to focus more on efficiency. Shrink. To make or become smaller in size or extent. Wither. Shrivel. Contract. About 5 billion years from now, the sun's core will shrink and become hotter. Fuel. Any material that releases energy when burned. To fill or feed with fuel. Energy. Power. Feed. Nourish. The sun is fueled by thermonuclear reactions near its center that convert hydrogen to helium. Delicate. Easily damaged or broken, made or formed in a very careful and detailed way. Fragile. Breakable. Exquisite. Earth is not too close or too far away from the sun to upset the delicate temperature requirements of life. Synthesize. To combine simple parts to form a complex whole, to make or produce. Combine. Mix. Compose. It is important to note that animal cells cannot synthesize some complex molecules from simple compounds. Hamper. To hinder the progress or movement of someone or something. Impede. Obstruct. Block. Bad weather hampered the rescue crews trying to locate the life rafts. Core. The innermost, central, essential, or unchanging part. Center. Heart. Nucleus. The asteroid's compositions are believed to be similar to that of Earth's iron core. EM. To surround something closely and prevent its movement. Enclose. Encase. Hedge. The Great Basin is hemmed in by the Sierra Nevada Mountains to the west and by the Rocky Mountains to the east, giving it no outlet to the sea. Eject. To throw out someone or something with force. Banish. Boot. Expel. Geysers periodically eject streams of hot water into the air. Permeable. Allowing certain liquids or gases to pass through something. Penetrable. Pervious. In some cases, wells can draw water from a permeable rock layer. Stable. Firmly balanced or fixed, not likely to wobble or fall over. Steady. Secure. Firm. A roadbed supplies a stable base for a highway. Boulder. A large piece of rock that has been rounded and worn smooth by weathering and abrasion. Rock. The mineral particles found in soil range in size from microscopic clay particles to large boulder. Alien. From another country or society, connected with creatures from another world. Exotic. Foreign. Outlandish. The alien in the Earth's core make it a far more alien world than space. Advent. A coming or arrival, a first appearance. Arrival. Appearance. With the advent of the Vietnam War, the Air Force wanted a system to help it navigate over the jungle Southeast Asia. Ambidextrous. Able to use both hands equally well, unusually skillful. Talented. Gifted. Adept. Right-handers are said to make up 80% to 90% of all people, and left-handers 5% to 15%, while the remaining tiny percentage is ambidextrous. Botanical. Of. Pertaining to. Made from. Or containing plants. One of the most beautiful botanical gardens in the United States is the wild and lovely Magnolia Gardens in South Carolina. Venomous. Having the ability to poison. Poisonous. Toxic. The rattlesnake is the most common venomous snake in the United States. Bloom. To be in or come into flower, to be growing well. Blossom. Flourish. Prosper. Most flowers bloom in the spring. Landmark. A mark showing the boundary of a piece of land, an occasion, event, or development of importance. Milestone, watershed, turning point. Some experts have suggested that migrating birds find their way by following landmarks like rivers and mountain ranges. Demonstrate. To show or prove something by reasoning or providing evidence. To show support or opposition by protesting or marching in public. Illustrate. Explain. Parade. Protest. Many experiments demonstrated how some plants can survive with very little amounts of water. Aromatic. Having a strong but sweet or pleasant smell, sweet smelling. Fragrant. Perfumed. Pungent. At least 50 different aromatic compounds have been analyzed in the orchid family. Claw. A hard, curved, and pointed nail on the end of each digit of the foot of an animal. Nail. Talon. Unlike other cats, the cheetah cannot fully extract its claws. Classify. To put animals, plants, or something else into a particular group or category. Categorize. Divide. Sort. Monkeys are classified as primates. Chamber. A room, especially a bedroom, a room set aside for a special purpose. Bedroom. Room. Compartment. Numerous networks of tunnels linked all the different chambers together. Alert. To warn someone of danger, to make someone aware of a fact or circumstance. Caution. Alarm. Warn. Fire ants make use of an alarm pheromone to alert workers to an emergency. Discharge. To flow out or to be released, to lose some or all of something's electrical charge. Let out. Release. Emit. Warp. To make something become twisted out of shape through shrinking and expanding. Bend. Twist. Distort. If boards become wet, they may warp. Confirm. To provide support for the truth or validity of something. Verify. Prove. Affirm. If observations confirm the scientists' predictions, then that will give support to their theory. Cohesive. Having the power of cohering, tending to unite into a mass. Condensable. Consolidative. The cohesive strength permits columns of water to be pulled to great heights without being broken. Cognizant. Aware of something or having knowledge of it. Aware. Conscious. Knowledgeable. A scientist must always be cognizant of and guard against bias, skewing the results of his or her research.